Hey guys, welcome back to another Minecraft video here on the Avius server. It's been a week or so since I last recorded, and I have played a little bit of Avius, so I did make some progress. One of those progressions was unlocking the Lumberjack class, so I did end up heading into the Nether and doing a heck of a lot of strip mining for Nether quartz and gold in the Nether, and also ancient debris, and that's how I did my last set of levels after I got tired of being down in the cave. So I ended up not touching the geodes, just kind of went to the Nether now that that was opened up on the server. And then after I maxed that out, I was able to kind of painstakingly dying a couple times get my experience points. So when you master a class, little overflowing here in my pockets. When you master a class and you're ready to purchase the new class, if it's one of the core three, woodcutting, farming, and mining, when you do that, then you need 30 experience levels, 30 vanilla XP levels, you know, your XP bar down there. And the only way to get experience on the Avius server is by killing mobs. We have the leveled mobs plugin, so the further down in the world you are, the further from spawn, the higher the leveled mobs will be. They'll deal more damage and have more hearts. However, they'll drop more experience and mob hearts when you do end up killing them. So it's kind of a trade-off. But it was difficult to really kill all those mobs because I don't really have much armor. I have some patchy armor now after doing some mob hunting, but it's tough. It's tough to fight mobs on this server without the proper gear and when they are leveled up. So after dying a couple times, I ended up getting to my 30 levels and starting my woodcutting rank. I had been working on the server because we had some bugs and a server crash happened thanks to Dynmap, which is now also up. And so I just started playing. Now I'm on woodcutting, and I guess I can put up my little scoreboard here. So I don't have access to the tree feller ability yet. I don't believe I get that until level 50. That's usually level 50s when you unlock most of the abilities. And then as you get higher up after that, you get more stuff. So really right now, I'm just doing the grind with the wooden axe, cutting down the basic birch and oak trees. And when I get to level 20, I think I get dark oak and acacia and stone, and things will be a lot easier out from there. This is really not as bad as Miner. Miner is, I think, the toughest to start off at, and the slowest. However, the trade-off is that if you do Miner first, when you get to something like woodcutting and gardening, you will be able to make stone, iron, diamond tools really easily to make you progress through those levels really fast. I think a lot of the people on the server who started with... Hey guys, so sorry about that sudden cut. I'm very bad at recording, as I said before. I just haven't gotten into the rhythm of recording again and realizing what I am supposed to click and the mic and not accidentally recording when I'm not recording. So I'm just very out of shape to do this. So I apologize for that cut. I had some other stuff recorded, but I thought I did, but apparently I did not. So, yeah, it's been a couple weeks, and I have only had time to play on the weekends since work has been busy. The server has been stable. We've had great people on. Kind of been maxing out the server Friday, Saturday nights, and then weeknights, but then during the days, usually only a few people on. It's a Saturday afternoon, so you can see there's only a couple people on at the moment. But it's good. We've had people that have mastered their classes, and we have people in all the different classes. I think Alchemist right now we only have one. But all the other classes have different people, and we have four towns, two of which are definitely selling land and have graveyards and are developing. The other couple are brand new. And during those times, I did the grind, man. I just was grinding out some levels, and now I live on this giant island. So last time I was working on Lumberjack, and that was boring, but it was easy. I pretty much did that in a day. And and I didn't really have anything exciting going on. Had the dark oak, and then I did the spruce. Those were pretty straightforward. And then for the last set of levels, I did mushrooms, and then I spent silver pieces and bought 30 XP levels from an enchanter, since you can buy and trade XP. So I went ahead and did that, and then after I bought that XP and got gardener, people have these huge farms everywhere. So it took me a couple of days, like to the next weekend. The next weekend I ground it out. So it wasn't terrible. Wasn't really too terrible. However, because of those huge farms, I was able to do it way quicker than you would have otherwise, because people had these huge sugarcane farms built already and bamboo farms built already. So if you and if you didn't see that tortoise, and if you just saw that message, I am now Gentry. So I mastered all the classes in those couple of weeks. Again, they were really boring. Nothing exciting happened. I just was running back and forth, chopping trees, and cutting along. And I was going to be an alchemist. That's really what I wanted to do. I really wanted to be an alchemist. However, I just decided in that moment, again, I bought 30 XP levels, and then I realized I needed 35, so I ground out, and then I forgot that Gentries, to do a town, you actually need 38 levels. So I just, on a whim, went against my plans and decided to make my own town. And I was like, I wanted to make a remake of one of my old towns on Eldin. I thought about rebuilding Forceford, but I wanted to go back to the world of Eldin and make an old town rebuilt on that. And the two main ones, I had a few on all those years on the maps. But at the end of the day, I think my two biggest towns were Corolla, which I had a few different versions of. Corolla. And that town, which was my very first town, those were high rises. It was all stone brick, because it was when stone brick had just been added, and I built skyscrapers. That was the theme of that city. And then my biggest town that I did, towards the end of my periods on Eldin, was Torricelli, which was like an Italian villa up on the cliff sides. They were all built, and we had this huge glass mob arena underwater. So I went with that one only because I really like all the ocean features that Minecraft has now. The fact that you can basically live underwater. So I wanted to go that route with that mob arena, and then I decided, well, there's this cliffy island that's not too far away, and if you're playing the server, you can find me on the Dyn map of where my town is. So all I bought right now is this 20 by 20 area, because as you can see, I do not have a lot of money, and I was kind of saving this few hundred pieces up because I really want to get a graveyard so I don't have to keep going back to spawn to die. However, it's made it easy to move my items since I was living so close to spawn. So I need some help with the town. So if those of you haven't joined Avius yet, or you're playing and you don't really have a town yet, maybe could use some assistance in resource gathering, especially if you're trying to level up. So yeah, this is the very starting block. I'm just trying to move my items. I moved everything important, but I still have a lot of cobble and wood and food that I've ground up that I would like to bring to this location. So I brought all my important stuff over. I got some Heart of the Seas. That's actually what I was doing this morning. I went and raided 2 treasures because I found some boats nearby. So I'm going to be able to make Heart of Seas because I want to make a fort down there and be able to swim underwater. And I think that's going to be the first thing I'm going to do, maybe in this direction or down in this ravine. So this island is not too shabby. It's nothing special, but I was just in the swamp getting a whole bunch of clay because I want the theme of the town is bricks and the smooth stone. So that's what I'm gonna do. And this is just I was using lava. Just look how much copper I have, and I figured copper might be if I can have some bees and actually keep it shiny. I do like the way it looks as a shiny full block. So I figured, what the heck, I can just smelt all of this. But I was trying to make some more lava. So instead of putting the lava in there, I really should have made a second lava generator here. Probably should have done that instead of actually burning it. But I think I'm going to take the copper out and then smelt some bricks now, just so I can make like a little platform. So that way I can go ahead and purchase a graveyard, because that will be the first thing that I need. So I'm going to be making some trips to spawn, running back and forth, bringing back my cobble and wood, because I need a few thousand of them just to get started. And I'll need some stuff smelting. And hopefully I won't lose too much stuff here on those journeys, so I don't have to grind that all up again. But really, I just don't have a lot of gear because I'm not friends with any blacksmiths. I don't want to spend money on blacksmith equipment, on armor, and I don't want to spend money with enchanters to get enchanted tools right now because I want the money for land. So I'm kind of in a pickle right now. That's why I'm still kind of a hobo, and I have to be careful if I go out and about. We have a few players that are really aggressive. Not aggressive towards players, but our warriors are people who are the enchanters who are very strong with PvP, and I just have to decide if I'm going to trust them or not and do trades with them. So I don't have too much stuff. These are the 4 music discs I have. I really don't have too much stuff going on at this moment. I need a bunch of mossy cobblestone for the graveyard, so I will need to make a vine farm. So I'm going to need to do that. I think when I go back to spawn, I will steal some vines from a nearby area, or when I go back to the swamp for more brick. So the way the buildings work when you own a town is that there's only a few buildings now. We really kind of got rid of the whole tiered system. Just a few buildings that add some functionality, like a graveyard, a mob shop, a mob arena. There's a few more, or a Stargate. And those, to build them, you need money, and of course to build the little structure. But then you need a whole bunch of items from each of the different classes to show that like you have mastered everything, or you've got people helping you out. So I need a bunch of cobblestone and wood and mossy cobble and cobwebs. Just random items that are similar to this, similar to a graveyard. One thing I need 4 respawn anchors, and these items just kind of disappear. They get taken by the server. It's kind of like your payment to build it, not actually to go into building the graveyard. It's just to make it so it's not really easy for a town just to add these things to the town. You want it to be difficult and take work to actually have a town that has a graveyard and a mob shop, and to add items to your mob shop. But I need 4 respawn anchors. So when I was out boating around, I found up here, I found some more crying obsidian. So I believe respawn anchor is made with crying obsidian and glowstone. I think I need some more glowstone, but this should be enough because you only need like 3 blocks. So I think I've got enough glowstone to make 4, but I need more crying obsidian because it takes 6 crying obsidian to make a respawn anchor. Now again, this is stuff that was added in the game since I really hadn't been playing Minecraft. From my understanding, I can put these in the end in the nether, and then when I die, I respawn at them like a bed. So that's a really awesome thing I actually want to use in the nether. But I need 4 of them just to be given away when I create this graveyard. So I need more crying obsidian. So when I was boating around, I very easily found some temple or some ruined portals, and have been collecting these over my time on the server. However, I'm going to need more, and I don't believe you can craft them. So I'm either going to need to go into the nether and find them in chests and bastions and fortresses and stuff, or I think you can get them from trading, rare trades with piglins. So I may need to do that as well, which is going to, I have plenty of gold, but it's going to require me to go back to spawn and do that. These are, oh, I have slime balls. These are worth money. Same thing with gunpowder, but I kind of want to keep them so that I can make rockets and slime blocks for my town. But for now, I guess they will be sold because money is more important than those things at the moment, since land is 2 silver pieces per tile. So as I expand this out, it will be getting more costly. Let me sneak because, or let me sleep because it's going to take a little bit for me to do this. And I don't want phantoms. So we have a plugin that lets you sleep so we don't get phantoms. All right, I think that's all I have for my update. Oh, it finished. It only did a stack and a half for a bucket of lava. I thought it did more than that. Okay, well, Not too bad. Next time I get lava, I need to go down in the caves, and I've been trying to figure out what caves I've got down here to get to the bottom, put a lift sign to make this speedy. But there's a ravine over here and some caves, so I need cobwebs. I need to go down, and maybe there'll be a mine shaft. So I need to go down and explore the mines. That'll probably be what I'm going to do here next after I run to spawn and turn some stuff in. I'm just trying to use my levels up to put these books on some of my equipment. I really want to make a good fishing rod so I can maybe fish out some more books. Enchanters and blacksmiths. So enchanters can use enchantment tables and store their XP and sell XP, and that way they can actually do enchantment on equipment. However, anyone that has a book can apply the book to equipment with an anvil, and you could theoretically find these books. Like I found all these books in chests, so that is where I've gotten all of these from. And keep that on breaking. Put these Luck-of-the-Seas and the lure on it right now. Oh, he actually got in. That's right. I cut that tree down, and now he can walk over that right here. I need to put a fence on top of that block. Work. So I don't remember where I was going with this, but I think what I was trying to say was that I still do have a purpose for having XP because I can use a normal anvil. However, everyone else has an advantage with the XP, such as blacksmiths and enchanters. Blacksmiths can use MC.MMO to repair items, and they can also salvage. So basically, if they can take they can take enchantments off of equipment and turn them into books. So, like when they find things in chests, and I think fishing rod, somebody got like a many fishing rod, and then they could take the many book off the rod and put it on something else. So, blacksmiths actually have more advantages with enchantments than I expected, because enchanters I thought they're the ones who can actually use enchantment tables and they can store up their XP. However, blacksmiths, because of the MC.MMO mechanics with salvage and repairing, are able to still do some things with enchantment, particularly taking enchantments off and doing repairs and making or combining things for cheaper than the vanilla way. So it's something I'm still looking at. Maybe perhaps enchanters should have some of those MC.MMO abilities too. But for now, it seems to be pretty balanced, and people are fairly happy with all these different classes. I think Alchemist is the only one that, again, hasn't enticed as many people. However, the Alchemists on the server do have a little bit of a monopoly because they are the only ones that can use Eye of Ender and use the Nether portal, or the End portal. They can activate it. So right now, and by the way, I'm just hiding here because it's night. I just get so scared of the monsters because they're higher level ones typically. They're 2s and 3s, and I'm not too far from spawn. I'm a few thousand from spawn. And I'm talking, and as you know, I can't do things both. What were we doing while I'm doing this? I wanted to make a fishing rod. That's right. But no one has defeated the Ender Dragon yet because it's difficult. It's an extra hard mode thing. It's made it more difficult. So we actually don't have anything in the end, and I think the Alchemist kind of has a monopoly. We need more people to have an Alchemist so that they can, so that we can find more strongholds and. Oh, perfect. That'll use up my levels, so that we have more folks. Because my god, I want some shulker boxes so I can move my stuff. That's kind of what I was waiting for, but it seems like we're so far away from being able to do this and beat the dragon and head out. So anyway, that's my update on my current situation on Avius. Come join the server. I'm sure the server will be full tonight, so come check it out. We have Skatum's about to have a new town as well. So we have towns that need people and need helpers, and we have plenty of ways for people to easily level up and work together or also be fighting each other. So it's a great mix on the server right now. Come check it out. I will have further updates. Maybe I'll record if everybody comes in and tries to fight the dragon tonight, because I think some people have been talking about doing that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for your support, and for all of you that have been playing Avius, once again, links down in the description below. Talk to you all later.